Welcome. I'm Maria Tsankova, founder of A&P Educational Services. What if I told you that competence is the single most important thing students should develop during high school? It may not be the first word that comes to mind when families think about college admissions, but I believe competence is what transforms education from simply acquiring knowledge into becoming capable of contributing to others. At first glance, that may sound more like a conversation about education than college admissions. I don't believe the two can be separated, though. Parents naturally want to help their children build a strong college application. The best way to accomplish that is by helping students become genuinely more capable. As competence grows, it naturally gives rise to the experiences, accomplishments, and personal qualities colleges are looking for. Competence doesn't develop in isolation. It develops through the experiences students have during their high school years. Challenging classes, extracurricular activities, leadership opportunities, volunteer work, summer programs, artistic pursuits, athletic competition, independent projects, and many other experiences all have the potential to shape a student's development. Not because they become items on an application, but because they provide opportunities to learn, grow, and become more capable. To me, competence is the ability to apply knowledge, skills, experience, and judgment effectively in real situations. Students don't develop competence overnight. It develops gradually through meaningful experience that challenge them to think, solve problems, accept responsibility, and apply what they've learned in new situations. As competence grows, so does a student's ability to contribute to other people. There is an analogy many people know from airline safety instructions. If the oxygen masks drop, we're instructed to put on our own mask before helping others. Not because helping others isn't important, but because we can't effectively help anyone if we're unable to function ourselves. I believe meaningful contribution works much the same way. Students often think contributing means accumulating volunteer hours. Volunteer work certainly has value, but not every student contributes in the same way. When students spend years developing meaningful competence but never use it to serve others, society loses something unique that only they could have contributed. I believe the greatest value to society often comes from giving competence. The more capable a person becomes, the greater the impact they have on other people. Self development isn't separate from serving others, it's what makes meaningful service possible. So, how can parents help? Parents can't develop competence for their children, but they can create an environment where it has the opportunity to grow. They can encourage curiosity, support perseverance, welcome challenges, allow children to take ownership of their decisions, and help them reflect on what they are learning from every meaningful experience. When parents focus on helping their children become genuinely more capable, they are doing far more than strengthening a college application. Because a college application doesn't simply document what a student has done, it reflects who that student has become. If you'd like to continue today's conversation, you'll find the full article linked in the description below, along with additional educational resources on our website. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to sharing another educational conversation with you soon.